Morning, everyone. Um, it's June 20th, I believe, 2022. I'm back in Coorg. This time around, we are looking for the giant terrestrial snail called Indrella. It's a wet zone species. Really beautiful. We just arrived here yesterday. Out there are the Brahmagiris. I don't know if it is visible. It's overcast right now, and we are at a coffee estate close to Virajpet, and it's been raining here. Just check out this mud cutting. It's completely clothed by all kinds of plants. You also see some ferns. But anyway, as I was saying, uh, we arrived here last night and went about looking for whatever we could find. But the main sort of target species is Indrella ampulla. It's a huge terrestrial snail. Um, we are staying in one of these cottages, very nice place, and we are about, I believe, about 20 kilometers from Virajpet. So hopefully we'll get to see some more. Well, last night we did some herping here, and we saw mostly, I think, Rochesters, or maybe pseudoflotus. We are still not able to figure out. I'll upload those videos also. Okay, I'm going to start walking around this coffee estate and see if I can find something interesting. Let's see. Hey, just can you put your finger down there just to give a sort of reference in terms of size? Okay, that's how large it is. Yeah, thanks, Roy. No, this is not Indrella, man. It's got a lateral stripe. What is this guy? Wow, this is beautiful, yeah? Oh, now it is recording. Okay, there's Rochester's in Amplex. There's my finger. Okay, let's not disturb them anymore. Check out this this plant here. It looks like a fern, a big fern. I mean, that's your typical fern, you know. Whereas right next door, so that's the typical fern, but right next door to it is this huge leaf, compound leaf kind of plant. I wonder if it is a fern. It goes, the main branch goes straight into the soil right there. They're all over the place. Massive leaves. Anyway, I'm just walking down this road by the coffee estate, and on the side of the road they're all over the place. There's another shot of that. I wonder what kind of a plant is it. Is it a fern or is it... Oh, I think it is a fern. I see a bird coming out up there, right there. Let's see if I can get a closer shot. I'm just too worried about leeches. So there it is. There's the bird. So I think it's definitely a fern. Nice. Okay, check out this Nemaspis. Apparently it's a new species, and many Nemaspis species are actually diurnal, and so geckos are usually nocturnal, but in the genus Nemaspis you have quite a few diurnal species, and this is one of them, and it's probably soon going to get described as a new species. Not very pretty, but it's okay. Hi everyone, welcome to rainy Coorg. I'm with the driver as usual. And there's a new member
of our kitty party.
His name is Roida from Niger. That's right, right?
Yeah. And anyone who studies in Niger are Nigerians.
No, Aniruddha Datta Roy is a professor at NICER Bhubaneswar. So he's also joined us. And we are looking for shield tails and Indrella.
And Blender's Pride.
I'm sorry?
And Blender's Pride.
Oh yes. So before we divulge any more incriminating evidence, I'm going to stop the video. Check out the Brahmagiris out there. We've just stopped in a little village here to pick up some supplies, and there's I guess a football ground here, and I don't know if you can see it. There's what seem to be Craig Martin. Oh, some of them might also be common swallows. Whole bunch of them. This place is surrounded by coffee estates. Yeah, our morning herping was sort of washed out because of rains, so we're going to try and do some in the afternoon now. So let's see what we find. Nice waterfall. What is it called? Chalavara waterfall. Wow, beautiful. What a racket this cicada is making. I don't know if it is visible. It is right there. Okay, now he's quiet. And he's moving. Oh, check out this beetle. I'll send you the picture. Yeah. Very pretty. I've never seen anything like this. Really pretty beetle. There's Roida, and it's begun to rain. We're in a coffee estate, and it's almost pouring. The place is teeming with leeches and those nasty horseflies. So now we are heading back, but it's beautiful. You can hear the cicadas screaming away to glory. Oh wow, it's beautiful. But with so much rain, it's difficult to do any field work. We found a Caslia. earlier today, so that was a nice find. Yeah, but Indrella is what we are looking for. So our search will continue. Let us see if we find it. Okay, my both hands are busy. I have to put off the video. What is so? Do we know what this is? Can't make out if it's a rod, just a sort of lotus. For the first, you just put off your lights. Let's see if it's a little better here. Yeah, without the light, it's okay. So you're saying it's not Rochester's? I'm not able to make out. Or okay, there's the call of Rochester's. Probably a Rochester's luteolus. Very loud. We saw another one. We're not able to identify the species. Anyway, it's getting dark. It's almost 7 o'clock. Very misty, and I'm sure you're able to hear lots of frog calls. There must be at least 4 or 5 species calling.
One frog sitting like that. But probably rod is sitting there. You see that branch sitting there.
Okay, there it is. Do you see it? There's a katydid there. I don't know if it is visible in the frame. Oh, it's huge and it's got long antennae. Okay, just sure. Let me just take a quick video. Ooh, Rhacophorus.
This is Rhacophorus lateralis.
Oh wow, Rhacophorus lateralis. Beautiful. Hey, can you from that side? Oh, lovely. What a beautiful animal. Beautiful. Put not on. Oh shit, what did I do? Okay. There's Rochester's luteolus, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I think you can see the edge now.
Yeah, I think so. Hey, slow close. It goes a bit out of focus. The eye thing I'm not able to see.
Yeah, that will have to. There's a very thin blue rim around the eyes.
Oh, okay.
Might be difficult.
Okay, check out this massive katydid. It's right here in the resort where we are staying. The body is almost the length of my finger. It's huge, very long legs. Can you move the light a little bit that side? No. That side. Here. Oh, he's now totally stopped.
Oh, okay. He's retracted his stuff.
Okay. Wow. Capture it. Okay, I don't know what this is. It's slightly greenish,
Yeah,
right?
it is.
And it's got a very pointy nose. come up. But
Let's see if that.
okay, there's Roida looking for frogs. We hear a lot of different calls, trying to identify as many species as possible. And we also hear a lot of katydids. At least 4 or 5 different species of frogs. Morning everyone. So we're gonna head back today. Going out for last walk before we head back to Bangalore. Check out the coffee country in Coorg. It's overcast. Sometime back it was very misty. So far no luck with Indrella, but we did find Caslia, which is an endemic skink species from South India. I mean from Western Ghats. So that was something very fruitful in that sense. Check out these oranges on this orange tree, and the tree also has quite a few I believe ferns as well as orchids on it. And here's the entrance to one of the estates. So I thought I'll just take a quick walk. It's about 9 in the morning. We're gonna head back to Bangalore soon, and I'll run over the checklist. But I was hoping to see Indrella. Now Indrella, for those of you who are not aware of this species, is a terrestrial snail. So it's a ground dwelling snail, and it's quite large. It's about that large and found only in Western Ghats. So it's endemic to this region. It's a monotypic genus, so there's just one species, Indrella ampulla, at least as of now. And but it has like 4 different color morphs. So there's the dark orange morph, there is or rather the red morph, which is found south of the Palghat Gap, and then there is the orange morph and yellow morph, both of which are found north of Palghat Gap, and those are the ones we expected to see here. And then there is also a bicolor morph, which we think might be an hybrid. They're really pretty animals. Oh, it's getting misty again. Yeah, so I was hoping to see them. No luck so far. So we just head back without having seen that animal. Yeah, but they're really colorful and pretty. But last night and the night before, we saw quite a few frogs, mainly of the genus Rochestus. Some of them are still calling, Oh, but now it's daytime, so it's time for the birds to start calling. I'm hearing quite a few birds. I'm not very good at Western Ghats bird species. I've forgotten most of them now. Oh wow, it's pretty misty. I'm surprised, in spite of the skies being overcast and so much mist, there seems to be fair amount of bird activity. Yeah, for example, here it's all misty, and there are hills beyond that point, and we don't see them at all. Yeah, I hear huge, most of the common ones, red-whiskered bulbul. I think I also heard a tickle's blue flycatcher, and then there was also the smallest bird in India. I forget the name escapes me now. I can hear it. Um, Over there are some bulbuls there, and there's someone coming up the steep road here. Better get out of his way. Oh yeah. Okay, that's a steep road. Okay. Yeah, so that's the story for so far. The interesting find was, of course, Caslia. It's an endemic species of skink, and endemic genus, in fact, endemic to, again, Western Ghats. Western Ghats has so many endemic species, it's amazing. Oh, there's a lot of bird activity here. Oh, is that a velvet-fronted nuthatch? Yes, yes, on that tree. Oh, it looks like a bird wave. And then sunbird, I don't know which one, maybe Lutens. Oh, and then I see a tit. It's not a grey tit. I forget which one is found here in the Western Ghats. Oh, lovely, quite a few. Oh, oh, I have no clue what that flycatcher is. Oh, nice, lot of bird activity here. I think you can hear it. It's just amazing. At night you hear all the frogs and crickets and katydids, and in the morning it's a cacophony of birds. Oh, I wish I could identify that that bird by call. Oh, I see it. Oh, I have no clue what it is. Oh, that was nice. Oh, I do see. Okay, I see a scarlet minivet. So that other bird that I was not able to identify is female scarlet minivet. And there's something else that flew out of here. I have no clue what that is. Yeah, in the evergreen forests, well, like, this is not really evergreen forest. It's all plantation. There are some native trees still left, but often in the evergreen areas, you come across what is called a bird wave, uh, wherein basically you have a whole bunch of species all foraging together. And if you hit one of those bird waves, you can see up to 7 to 8 species. So right now that is what is going on, and the bird wave then moves across the canopy, and you can keep following it to see how many species there are. And once the bird wave moves on, the forest then feels like very quiet, devoid of life. Yeah, so we had walked up this path last night, and we saw quite a few frogs. Oh, I also hear the flame back. And there's a dog further up the path guarding the road. Last night this dog made quite a ruckus. I think he should be fine. Alright, look at this entrance to the coffee estate. Okay, so yeah, that's the story. I still hear some frogs calling. So we are in Coorg, which is a small district in Karnataka, southwest Karnataka. We had been here earlier looking for Dracos. We are in a different part of Coorg. And we are here for to see Indrella, the terrestrial giant snail, one may call it. Oh, I see the Brahmagiris out there, but it's just too faint. It's very misty. Yeah, so that is the situation. I'll run through the checklist again while we are driving back. Oh yeah, I just wanted to add that this time around it was me and Chaitanya, me and Chaitanya have been doing a lot of field work together for a while now. He works on Dracos, and we have been going around looking for Dracos. But this time around we were joined by Aniruddha Datta Roy, who is an assistant professor at NICER Bhuvaneshwar, and his student Maitreya is working on Indrella, and that's why we were interested in finding some Indrellas here. Yeah, so Roy is I'm doing field. Alright people, we are heading back through this narrow road, heading back to Bangalore from Coorg. What day is it today?
Sunday.
It's Sunday, but what's the date? 19th. Oh, okay. So it's June 19th, Sunday. We are still in Coorg. Basically driving through many coffee estates. There are coffee estates on either side. It's still overcast, but it looks beautiful. So Chaitanya and Roy, shall we do the list of everything we saw?
Sure.
Shall we start with say squamates? Squamates, we saw a couple of Nemaspis.
Yeah, at least 2 species of Nemaspis.
Nemaspis, one of them we think might be a new species, right?
Yeah.
Which was the other species of Nemaspis?
The other one is a kind of a ground-dwelling Nemaspis.
Okay, yeah. And I wanted to clarify, in the earlier segment I said they are nocturnal, they are predominantly diurnal, and this is where we went up to the waterfall. You can see part of the waterfall there. It's called Chelavara Falls. Actually Nemaspis are predominantly diurnal. There are just 1 or 2 species that are probably nocturnal, right? In fact, they're called day geckos.
Yeah.
And then we saw skinks.
No, we saw Hemidactylus too.
Oh, we saw an Hemidactylus.
But very interesting looking Hemidactylus, but I don't know what it was. It was one of those ground dwelling bruchi like ones.
Yeah.
That's it with geckos.
That's it with geckos, right? And then skinks, we saw a couple of species at least. We found a Caslia.
Yeah.
That was a lucky find, and in fact, that is probably the most interesting find of the trip.
Tiger of the trip.
Tiger of the trip, yes. And it has beautiful blue tail. I couldn't videograph it, but and genus Caslia is endemic to Western Ghats. And we saw
Eutropis carinata.
Eutropis carinata
And a Eutropis macularia.
macularia. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So the carinata was quite large, and the maculata was not that big, right? It was maybe that big.
Yeah. I tried catching it, but I
Yeah. Skinks, anything else? That's about it, I think.
No, nothing else.
Yeah. Oh, and then we saw a whole bunch of frogs.
Agamids, nothing, no?
Agamids, no, I don't remember seeing any agamids.
No, nothing.
So frogs, 2 nights we went out, trying to identify frogs based on calls. We also managed to, capture a few of them, look at them more closely. So it was mostly genus Rauch Justice,
Yeah.
and we saw at least 2 species of Rauch Justice.
2 at least, yes.
At least 2, right? One was what was it? Luteolus.
Luteolus, yeah.
Luteolus, and the other one looked very different, but we were not able to identify it.
It's something like CF Anilai. Could be that group, because it looked like that.
And then we saw a Rhacophorus.
Then we saw Pseudophylotis.
Are we sure about Pseudophylotis?
100%.
Okay.
So Pseudophylotis,
Yeah.
we saw. And then we saw Rhacophorus.
Yeah, that was a beautiful specimen.
So Rhacophorus lateralis.
Lateralis. Okay.
Yeah.
I managed to videograph it, so let's see how the video looks like.
We also saw this other Rochester, possibly Rochester, which is greenish. I think you may have recorded it last night.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. We don't know what it is.
Okay. Let's.
And the other greyish one that Roy, you tried to catch, but you couldn't, right?
Yeah.
You remember from the ground?
Right.
That looked quite distinct, but yeah,
Okay.
we have no idea.
And I'm sure there are many other species of frogs we missed. We heard the
Yeah.
call of Polypedatus. Was it Polypedatus?
No, that was probably Rhacophorus malabaricus,
Okay.
but we couldn't spot it.
Yeah.
We heard that the malabaricus call from at least 2 or 3 different places,
Yeah.
but we just couldn't see the damn thing.
Yeah.
And apart from that, I saw a toad too.
Oh, you saw a toad?
I saw a toad,
Okay.
like a Tattaphinus melanostictus kind of morphotype, but
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
What else did we see? That's
A couple of different katydids. One huge fellow, which while it was flying, it was like
it. Looked like a bat,
Yeah.
and it was,
Yeah.
while it was flying, it looked like a bat.
Yeah.
While it was sitting, it looked like the spawn of Satan.
We also saw last night. We saw this other katydid on the tree.
On the tree, yeah, that was also quite huge.
Yeah.
I videographed it, so we'll try and get it identified. That was pretty awesome. And then we didn't find Indrella, but we saw that other ground-dwelling mollusk, big fellow, and
The Areophanta.
Possibly Areophanta.
Areophanta. That is what, family Areophanta, right? I believe so. Yeah, but Indrella, no luck. Maybe now we'll see it on the way back. Yeah, I think
Shield tails also no luck.
no luck with shield tails. Yeah.
Maitri and Vivek can cry on each other's shoulders.
So we were staying at a resort called Abbe Resort. What is it called?
Kabbe.
Kabbe
Holidays.
Kabbe Holidays, which is about How many kilometers from Virajpet?
About a half an hour's drive from Virajpet.
No, I think it's more than that.
No, half an hour.
Half an hour.
Yeah.
Okay. So probably 20 kilometers or something, right?
Yeah,
20-25 kilometers from Virajpet. So yeah, it was a very fun trip. Was raining quite often. We went into the coffee estate but couldn't see much because it started raining.
We also saw a few dogs. It didn't like Praveen particularly.
Yeah, we saw some dingoes. Other than that, that's about it. Nice place that we stayed at.
And very good food.
Very good food. It's about 5,000 rupees for per night for 3 of us. Just the stay part. Food was separate. Yeah. So to get here, you have to, from Bangalore, you get to Virajpet, and then from Virajpet you can get here. And the Brahmagiris are not very far. The Brahmagiris hill range. Yeah. So that was that.
We also passed through Nagarole on the way.
Oh,
Like
on
a
the
little
way.
bit of Nagarole on the way, and
Yeah.
saw some elephants.
Saw some elephants. That's right. And also a peacock.
Very important.
The national bird. Yeah. Come on. We have to be patriotic, you see. So actually, on the way back, we'll be passing through Nagarole again. So if we see something,
Hope
I'll
to see more peacocks.
yeah. So I'll videograph it. So yeah. So one other thing I wanted to clarify is our friend here, Aniruddha Dattaroy, is from Mysore, Bhubaneswar, and we often call it Niger because local Oriya people call it Niger. So the joke is that Roy is from Niger. He's a Nigerian. That's what Roy was joking about earlier. So just that clarification. So on that note, one last, that's our friend Chaitanya, as usual, driving the vehicle, and there is the Nigerian. And let me put on my glasses. That's me. So okay, we'll stop now.